now turn to the recall in the 14th Senate District and the attacks you see on TV. Is Republican Senator Luther Olsen responsible for shifting millions of dollars from working families to corporations?
News 3's political reporter Jessica Arp looks at this question in tonight's Reality Check.
For Democratic supporters, the ad crystallizes the main argument for the recall. It centers on Luther Olsen's vote on the state budget.
You probably recognize it as the ad with the money bowl. We'll get to that part later. First, to the specific claims.
Thanks to Senator Luther Olsen's vote for Governor Walker's budget, families will pay more in taxes.
This is misleading. The budget proposed by the governor and passed by the legislature does not include a general tax increase, which means most families won't see taxes go up.
But for some, there are deep cuts to the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Homestead Credit. Both are refundable tax credits aimed at low-income families, some who make so little they don't pay income taxes. For some 270,000 people getting the Earned Income Tax Credit, this could mean $200 to $500 less back a year.
But big corporations and the rich will get millions in tax breaks.
This needs clarification. The legislature did pass bills and provisions in the budget aimed at helping businesses, the biggest going to manufacturers. One tax credit will cut their taxes gradually over 4 years from 7.9% to just 0.4% and cost the state $320 million. That's just for manufacturers, though, not all companies.
What are the tax cuts for the rich? Well, the group running the ad says cuts to capital gains taxes. About half of that tax break will go to the top 10% of wage earners in Wisconsin, although the tax break only applies if that money is reinvested in Wisconsin businesses.
Olsen is making devastating cuts to our schools and healthcare programs instead of asking those who can afford it to pay their fair share.
This, too, needs clarification. Olsen did vote for deep cuts to schools to the tune of $800 million and some $500 million in unspecified cuts to Medicaid.
To balance Wisconsin's budget, seniors, nurses, small business owners, firefighters, and families are all paying their fair share.
Then we get to the part about a fair share. We Are Wisconsin, a liberal group formed out of the collective bargaining protests, claims those mentioned are contributing a fair share because they are affected by increased pension and health care contributions and budget cuts. But here's where things get sticky. UW hospital nurses, but not all nurses, will pay increased contributions. Current firefighters are exempt from those changes, but new firefighters will pay more, and some jobs may be affected by cuts to local governments. The small business owner claim is the most questionable. The Main Street program, helping historic businesses and communities, was partially cut, down from $430,000 to $250,000, but that amount could grow if it's deemed successful. Either way, it affects a very small group of businesses.
Does that mean all of these people's fair share is more than corporations? We've laid out the facts. It's up to you to decide. I'm Jessica Arp with this News 3 Reality Check.
And if you have an idea for a reality check, be sure to send it to us at realitycheck@channel3000.com.